Okay, so here's how you're going to trade gold using no trend bias and key levels with break of structures in the market. First, what you want to do is head over to the weekly time frame. Once you're on the weekly time frame, we need to identify key levels. So what we're actually going to do here is use the William Fractals indicator. I have explained this in other videos, and the only thing you want to do with the settings here is go to style, and then you just want to change this round. So make sure the top one is green and the bottom one is red. This will indicate support and resistance levels. The next thing you want to do is make sure we figure out our key levels for the week ahead. So let's just get rid of this week here on the market. And then what we would have been looking for is the key levels for the week ahead, which is the week that just passed. So I'm just going to go over to my left and look for my key levels. Straight away, I just want to mark out this level here because I can tell that the market stopped there. So that's obviously a key level. When I do go over to the left, I can see already that this was a key level over here. Now I want to find my resistance level. So I'm just going to pay attention to where the resistance levels are close to this level. And the first resistance level I can see right away is this level over here. Straight away we can see there's a resistance here, there's a resistance here, and there's a resistance here. All of that is pretty much the same level. Now I've already got my weekly support and resistance, so what I'm going to do next is go to the daily time frame. When I'm on the daily time frame, now my main interest here is just to pay attention to whatever's in this zone here. As I'm going to be scalping using this strategy, I don't need to have massive resistance levels, or I don't need to have thousands of different resistance levels in this area. I can see already there's a bunch of resistance levels or support levels within this area over here. So straight away I can see that there's a level here in the market, so I'm just going to mark that out. There's also a level up here in the market, just here, and I can also see that there's a level right over here in the market, right over here. So I've managed to pick out 4 levels in this whole area here, and that's more than enough for me, because if I go over to the left, I've pretty much covered all of these angles over here, so that's okay for me. Everything seems to match. Now what I'm going to do is go down to my 15-minute time frame. Now that I'm on my 15-minute time frame, some people, if you want, you can keep the William Fractals on to help you figure out where breakup structures are in the market. But what I'm going to do is switch this off and show you how I'm going to do this just using price action and the levels I've drawn. So I've switched that off over there, and then the next thing I'm going to do is just move my chart so we can get into here. Now when price action gets into this level at first, I'm going to start looking for my breakup structures, whether it's going to be buys or whether it's going to be sells. So let's just let price action get into this level. Okay, so price action has got into this level, and I'm just going to be waiting to see when price action comes to this resistance level here to look for a trade for a sell. Okay, so we can see price action has reacted off of this level straight away. And the next thing I'm going to do is pay attention to these factors. When we're looking for breakup structures, I've made a whole video based on this, and that will be in the description below. It's a whole 20 to 30 minute course video. And there's also another video I've made for market structure levels. Again, that will be in the description below, and you can use that as well. We can see the breakup structure level is right over here. And what I would be expecting to see is a nice 15-minute candle close through this level and head towards around this area here. Now, what I do need to mention is that price action doesn't need to hit these levels exactly before you take your profits. You have to remember, levels in the market don't have to be hit to the exact number. Not all the time they will do that. So you do have to decide when you want to take your profits. So let's wait for the breakup structure. We can see that there was a breakup structure here, so I'm just going to put in my sell trade right there. And then the next thing I'm going to do is this. My stop loss would have been just above this last candle here, and I would have a overall take profit of down here. But of course, like I've said, price action doesn't need to go exactly to that level. Let's see what happens. So we do see price action went very close to this level and has rejected off of this right now. So what I would be doing is taking out my trade here. So this would give me a 1.18 trade. So I'm just going to close this trade here. And I've closed that trade and banked my profits. Now it does say buy here, but I'm not actually going to be taking that buy trade. I'm going to be waiting for a breakup structure to the upside to be able to take my next entry. Let's just move this out of the way and see how that does form. Again, price action might break through this level down here or any of these lines. And if it does actually happen, I will be looking at that as a break of structure as well and enter my trades from there. So right now I can already see that I have a breakup structure level right over here. It does seem like it wants to go down a bit further. Let's just see what happens. Okay, so now my new breakup structure level will be this line down here. So let's just leave that one there. And straight away, we can see price action has broken this level. So I'm just going to put in my buy trade from here. And again, your stop loss and take profit can be set up just like this. So my stop loss will be below this level. You can see there is a level here. I could take my profits here, which is a 1 to 1.3 trade. I'm going to put my take profit up here. But again, you can see that there is a level of partial profits over here. Let's see what happens. Take profit 1 has hit, and we pretty much have gone towards take profit 2. So what I'm going to do is just close these profits over here. And again, I'm not going to take this sell trade here, even though it does say that. I'm going to wait for my market structure breaks to occur before I take my trade. So let's continue. And this isn't the market structure break right now. The reason why is because I want to see a new market structure break here. So technically this can be considered as a previous market structure break. But again, this is for beginners. So let's not overcomplicate this video and continue at the pace we're going. Right now, the market has broken back through this level here. I'm not looking to take any trades below this level. I only want to trade in this zone because this is what I've marked out from the beginning of the week, and that's all I am considering right now. I know a bunch of people might be saying, oh, you're only trading in this zone because you know price action has closed within this area. That is a very fair opinion, but what you can also do is exactly what I've shown you here. You can just do it below this level here, and you'll have the same results in terms of entries and exits when it comes to scalping just below this level. But again, let's just pay attention to what happens further up. And we can see here there was a rejection off this level. So we're looking for a break of structure right over here. Let's just move this out of the way. There you go. So we've had an entry, and I'm going to enter this a bit late right here. My first entry would have ideally been a bit lower. My stop loss would have been below here. My take profit is all the way up here. So let's see what happens. And now price action is very close to my take profit level. So personally for me, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to close this trade out and bank my profits. You can already see I've got $29 profit right now. Let's see what happens. And then the next thing I'm going to do is not take this sell. Remember, anytime it appears like that, unless I press the buy or sell button, I'm going to see if price action actually rejects off this level and breaks structure. Already I can see that there's a break of structure level over here. So let's see what actually happens. So price action did break further up, but what I'm going to do first is work out whether this is a 1-to-1 trade or more, just so I don't take a very poor setup. We can see here to here is more than a 1-to-1 trade. So I'm actually going to press the buy button right now and take this trade setup for a buy trade, and let's see what happens. And you can see take profit was here. I'm just going to close these profits right now. For other traders, they might continue to hold this trade or take partial profits, or if anything, put a break even at entry, because price action, as you can see, has broken the next level of structure here. So for me, I'm going to close this because I'm about trying to make this money. Again, I'm not going to enter the sell trade there. Let's just move forward. And what we can do is move forward here. There's another buy trade that has occurred over here. My stop loss will be just below this wick. Let's just give it a little bit of breathing room. I'm going to enter this trade from this buy here, and my take profit level would be up here because this is considered a 2.8 trade. So let's just see what happens. I'm going to hit this buy here. I'm just going to go nice and slow. And again, right there, price action went very close to my take profit level, even here as well. So for me, I'm going to bank these profits and just move forward. Cool. Let's just see what happens with price action. We want to see the market go towards this level and give us a rejection. Let's just pay attention. So let me get rid of this so it's out of the way. So guys and girls, apologies about that. I actually closed the trade setup and banked the profits. I was at $38, just a bit over that. So at the end of the video, I'll just calculate any other profits I have or any losses towards that $38. Let's take it from there. So again, I'm waiting for price action to get to this level here and then give me a rejection on the way back down for a trade. Or if it breaks through this level, I'll be looking to take a sell trade. So let's just see what actually does happen. Okay, so we had a break of structure towards this level here. So what I'm going to do is enter my sell trade here. And again, my stop loss can be in several positions depending on the trade setup. So let's just go into here, and I'm looking for a 1-to-1 trade. So for me to get a 1-to-1 trade would be right here. So my stop loss has to be above this candle. Let's see what happens. My stop loss would have been here. It would have been a bit less on that, but we're going to move forward anyway. And now we can see the market has broken back up towards this level here. So we would be in a buy trade from here. I do have to apologize about some of my late entries. Of course, it's when I'm pressing the replay bar too fast. So my entry would have been here. And my stop loss would have been up towards this level here, which is more than a one-to-one trade. And at the same time, my stop loss would have been below this level down here. But let's just continue and see what happens. So my stop loss was hit, so I actually lost on this trade here, right there. So I'm actually going to wait for my next break of structure in the market. That will actually be a break of structure to this level here, going down to here or further. Or we might be able to see a break of structure going further up if it gives us a nice risk to reward going up towards this level here or further up. So we just have to see what happens. So right now we did have a break of structure towards this level here. The only problem is that the candle closed above. So unfortunately, I didn't catch that sell trade. Let's keep moving forward and see if the market breaks this level here for a continuation of a push down towards this level. So we've had a rejection off of this level, but not a close above. We're still not entering the trade yet. Now I've had a rejection off of this level and a close above this level. So what I'm actually going to do now is take this buy trade, and then I'm aiming for a take profit of a level close enough towards this level here. My stop loss, for anyone asking, would have been below this wick here from that break of structure. And unfortunately, I would have lost that trade right over there. So my stop loss would have been hit. So I would have lost this trade as well. Okay, so now we're going to go back up to see what actually happens with price action. So right now we want to see a break of structure of this level, or we want to see price action break towards this level up here. We can see price action is getting very hard to trade right now because of the key levels are very close together. So we're getting a lot of consolidation. Okay, so the market has broken structure. There actually is a break of structure level right over here. And for me to be able to get this trade for a good RR, let's just try and work it out. So for me to get a one-to-one RR trade, this is no good for me. So again, you have to look at this trade setup like, are you going to take it? Are you not? Now, if I want to catch a nice trade up here, as I can see that price action rejected off of this level, and it was quite a sharp rejection, then we can get this going for a 2 to 3.2 trade, or I will be looking at a one-to-one trade round about here. So let's just see if we can get this long-term trade up towards here, but we will pay attention when it gets to a one-to-one R and have a decision around about there. We're going to put our buy position in here so we can calculate on top of our $38 profit plus the negative $16. Remember, our one-to-one is here and our one-to-two is up here. So we actually did hit a one-to-one there, but I'm going to give this a little bit more and go up to here because it's only $1. So I'm not really trying to bank that. I want to bank a little bit more. And unfortunately, I had to take the loss on that trade. So that just shows you how trading is. So I would have lost $6 there again. So we're going to bank the loss on that. Now we've actually seen a break of structure to the downside. So I can definitely take this sell trade coming back down here, or we could be waiting for the break of structure to the upside. If I was in the sell trade, I would have been in from here. Again, I do apologize if I'm going a bit fast. It is a replay mode, so you have to give me some time to just adjust to everything. Of course, if you're entering on the live market, you would have had 15 whole minutes to make a decision on when to enter and where to put your stop loss. This is happening in seconds. So for me, it's broke structure here. I can see price action looks like it's going down. So I'm going to take my sell trade. And what I'm going to be doing is taking my sell trade down towards this level here. So my stop loss would have been just above here. And I can get a one-to-one, or at least a 1-to-4. So let's just put my 1-to-1 where it would be here. It would have been a bit higher where my entry would have been, but let's just make it fair for us. So my 1-to-1 trade would be here. And 1-to-1 is obviously hit there. It happened to make some type of profit. So right now, because that's a 1-to-1, I've taken a few losses. I'm going to close this and then reassess the market and work my way up from there. So I want to see if there's a break of structure back towards the upside, or if price action goes down towards the downside a little bit more. So let's just see what happens if I close too early. So I was kind of lucky because price action almost hit my stop loss there. So let's just see what happens. Yeah, so I was lucky to close that position. Let's see if we get a break of structure to the upside. So, there we go. So look at that. That's just unfortunate. So if I actually did enter here where I was supposed to and my stop loss was above there, this would have been a massive winning trade, which would have caught me a lot of profits. So really and truly, that was an error based on the replay mode more than the actual thing you would have done. This was a breakup structure right here in the market. You would have entered here. Your stop loss would have been above there. So that was a very valid winning trade. But of course, let's just see what happens. Now we're looking to see if the market breaks up towards the upside. Now for me, we are all the way down here on a nice support level. So I'm looking to catch a big trade all the way back up here or further. So the market has started to break towards the downside. And again, unless you marked out down here with extra key levels, you would not have been looking to take a trade. I have not marked up these levels. So let's see what happens. We can see the market has broken towards the upside here. So I'm going to be looking to take my buy trade right now. And I'm going to be looking to put my stop loss down below the lows. So here, my stop loss is just below this level here with a bit of a breather. And I'm looking to hopefully catch a nice big trade up towards this level here or further. We did manage to get a nice big trade up towards this level. So I am going to bank these profits. It would have been a little bit more if I didn't go so fast. And now we're $6 back in profit here. So let's just keep going further and see what happens. We're waiting for the market to break this level here or to create another level of a breakup structure around here and then take a sell down towards this level. Let's see what happens. Okay, so we've had a massive break through this level. So unless I held this trade, I wouldn't have been catching a swing trade up to here, but it has broken this level. So I do want to enter this trade because it did break this level and it's quite a strong push, but we can see my stop loss had to have been all the way down here. And this would not have been a great trade setup for me unless I'm taking it all the way up to this level here. So what I'm going to do is try and find a more advanced version of where a possible stop loss could be because this candle is so huge. And what we can see is that there's a support level right over here where the market had broken through. So I'm just going to put my stop loss below the support level here. Okay, so let's see what happens when I press the buy button now. I'm just going to enter my buy trade there. We're looking for a 1-to-1 or further. Let's see what happens. There we go. So we managed to get our 1-to-1 trade. It would have been a little bit less profit than that, but of course I took some losses that were a bit more. So let's see how it goes. So we've closed that there and let's see how this plays out now. So there we go, guys and girls, nice and simple. So you can see how I used my key levels and I literally scalped this whole market, even taking trades on TradingView. Very good feature to use for yourself when it comes to back testing your strategy, seeing how much profit and stuff like that you can make on it. Now, if you do want to join the one-time fee VIP group where I trade like this, but I swing trade, so there are bigger trades for me to take and a lot less entries, then please just hit me up in Discord or Telegram. The link for that is in the description below. Please also do not forget to like and comment on this video if you did like the content that I actually did produce for you guys and girls, and I hope there's going to be a lot more content and different variations like this in 2023. Now on that note, guys and girls, it's your boy Big John and I'm out. Peace.
Started from the bottom like Drake. Got that young moolah, but I learned my mistakes. Climbing up the ladder, gotta watch out for the snakes. If you wanna be the boss, then you have to delegate.